Police in Pakistan investigating the murder of Sabeen Mahmud has so far made little progress in the case. Many claim the human rights activists were shot dead by Pakistan's intelligence agencies for highlighting the issue of rights violations in the restive Balochistan province.
Even after 5 days of Sabeen Mahmud's murder, the investigators have made no progress whatsoever in the probe. This comes even as civil society and activists continue to protest, seeking proper investigation into the incident. But many believe the probe could be just an eyewash, as one of the country's most powerful establishment, the ISI itself, is under suspicion for Mahmud's murder.
We do know that the ISI and Sabeen Mahmud had a problem, that she had been harassed earlier, and then she had been warned not to conduct this affair.
Mahmud was shot dead late on Friday by unidentified gunmen on motorbikes hours after she hosted a talk featuring prominent Baloch campaigner Mama Kadir Baloch. The talk, which was originally scheduled to take place in Lahore University earlier this month, was abruptly called off after pressure from the government. Following her murder, the Pakistan Army had in a rare statement condemned the killing and promised assistance in the probe. Fatah, however, said it was all a ploy, as the Pakistani establishment will not allow anyone to highlight the gross human rights violations by the army and intelligence agencies in Balochistan.
The military has been pretty clear that they will not allow Mama Kadir to leave the country, or for any person to interview him, or to allow him to speak on their platform.
Southwestern Balochistan, which sits on untold amounts of mineral resource, is also the least developed province of Pakistan, with standards of living being worse than some of the poorest countries in the world. Pakistan has virtually handed over the control of many of its strategically important locations to China, its all-weather ally.
That they've sold off that entire region to the Chinese government, that they have now a naval port where the Chinese Navy will be stationed, where they are selling off the gold and copper of that province, that civilian and military leaders have pocketed hundreds of millions of dollars in selling off that country to Chinese multinational companies and the Chinese state.
The province has for nearly 7 decades been the battleground for a separatist insurgency led by the Baloch people. Pakistani establishments have through the years resorted to mass abduction and murder of thousands of activists to crush the movement. Mahmud was the latest high-profile figure in the country to be targeted for highlighting the burning issue. Hamid Mir, one of the most recognizable faces on Pakistani television, was critically injured last year after he was shot by unidentified men. His family and later Mir himself blamed the ISI for the attack, which he said was a follow-up of interviewing Mama Kadir Baloch on his television show. Other prominent journalists, including Salim Shahzad, who was killed in 2011, and Raza Rumi, who survived an assassination attempt in 2014, were also targeted for their criticism of the atrocities of the Pakistan Army.